Everyone says AI saves time. But if you ask people who actually use it at work, the answer is often more complicated. A draft appears faster, but now someone has to check it. A spreadsheet formula gets written instantly, but now someone has to understand whether it is wrong. A customer reply sounds polished, but now someone has to ask whether it is accurate, compliant, and safe to send. So the strange question is this: if AI is so productive, why does work not always feel easier?
The answer is that AI does not have a simple productivity problem. It has a trust problem. Not trust in the emotional sense, like whether we believe in technology. Trust in the practical sense. When should you accept the output? When should you verify it? And when should you refuse to delegate the task at all? That is where the real productivity battle is happening. Because the same AI tool can save one worker an hour, waste another worker an hour, and quietly create risk for a third worker who never noticed the mistake.
The strongest evidence for AI productivity usually comes from clear, bounded tasks. In one large study of customer support workers, AI assistants helped agents resolve more issues per hour, and the biggest gains went to less experienced workers. That makes sense. If the task has a known goal, a repeated pattern, and a way to judge whether the answer worked, AI can act like a guide sitting beside the worker. It can suggest phrasing, surface common solutions, and pass along patterns that more experienced people already know. In that environment, AI does not replace judgment completely. It compresses the learning curve.
But that same lesson creates a warning. AI looks most impressive when the work has clear edges. Customer support tickets, first drafts, summaries, code suggestions, simple research outlines, and repeated admin tasks are all easier to assist because there is usually a visible target. Did the customer's issue get resolved? Did the code run? Did the email say the right thing? Did the summary match the source? But many real jobs are not made of clean little boxes. They involve trade-offs, politics, timing, emotion, missing context, and consequences that show up later. In those tasks, speed can be misleading.
This is why AI saved me 20 minutes is not the same as AI improved productivity. Real productivity has to include the cost of checking, correcting, explaining, and owning the output. If AI writes a proposal in 5 minutes, but the manager spends 40 minutes removing vague claims, fixing tone, and checking facts, the time saving is smaller than it looked. If AI creates a financial analysis quickly, but one assumption is wrong, the hidden cost may appear much later. AI often moves work from creation to verification. That can be useful, but it is still work.
The danger is not only that AI can be wrong. Humans are wrong too. The danger is that AI can be wrong in a very confident, fluent, low-friction way. A messy human draft often signals its own weakness. A polished AI answer can feel finished before it has earned that trust. That creates two opposite mistakes. Some workers overtrust AI and accept output they do not understand. Others undertrust it and manually redo everything, which kills the productivity gain. The skill is not blind adoption. The skill is calibrated trust.
Calibrated trust means knowing what kind of task you are doing. If the task is low risk, repetitive, and easy to verify, AI can take a bigger role. Let it draft, classify, summarize, reformat, generate options, or create a first pass. But if the task is high risk, judgment heavy, or hard to verify, AI should move into a smaller role. It can brainstorm, challenge assumptions, list risks, or create alternatives, but the human must stay close to the decision. The more expensive the mistake, the less you should treat AI as an autopilot. This also explains why beginners may benefit more than experts in some settings. A beginner has more missing patterns. AI can give them structure, examples, vocabulary, and next steps. It can reduce the blank page problem and help them imitate better workflows. But an expert already has many of those patterns. For experts, the value is not basic guidance. It is speed, breadth, comparison, and maybe a second perspective. If the AI gives an expert average advice, it may not help much. It may even slow them down if they must keep correcting it.
There is also an uncomfortable workplace truth here. AI productivity is not just an individual skill. A worker can be curious, motivated, and technically capable, but if the company has no clear rules, no approved tools, no review process, and no time to redesign workflows, AI use becomes messy. People start experimenting privately. Some use it well. Some use it carelessly. Some avoid it because they are afraid of breaking policy. The result is a workplace where AI is everywhere and nowhere at the same time, used constantly, but not truly integrated.
That is why the phrase AI skills can be misleading. The valuable skill is not just knowing prompts. It is knowing the workflow around the prompt. What information is safe to enter? What source should the model use? What output needs human review? What mistakes are common? What must be documented? What should never be delegated? A person who can answer those questions is not just using AI. They are supervising a system. And supervision is very different from clicking generate.
For workers, this changes the career lesson. The winners may not be the people who use AI the most. They may be the people who know how to use it without losing judgment. That means keeping your own ability sharp, especially in the core parts of your work. Use AI to speed up the edges: drafts, options, cleanup, structure, formatting, examples, but do not outsource the part that makes you valuable. Deciding what matters, spotting what is missing, understanding the audience, and taking responsibility for the final call.
So when someone says AI will make everyone more productive, the better question is, productive at what? Under what conditions? And with what level of trust? AI can absolutely save time. It can help people learn faster. It can reduce routine effort. It can make small teams feel larger. But it does not remove the need for judgment. It raises the value of judgment. The future of work may not belong to people who blindly trust AI or to people who reject it. It may belong to people who can manage the space in between.